Okay, this is New Zealand dollar, US dollar. There's three decent trades on here. Uh, I only took actually one of them, but I'll just highlight the other two as well. So you have price here. This is a 30-minute chart. You have price here coming into support and going away from support, coming back, testing support again. There would have been a substantial amount of buyers just here. Price goes down, takes out all those stops below here where people have been buying because they were doing this buy and retest. Price came up, came back down again. People probably thought this was a buy and retest, took the stops out, came up. This formed an order block here. This is a 30-minute order block. Price came back down, dipped into the order block again. This is the thing about order blocks. You're not looking to take price here as the order block is forming. You're waiting for a retest of that area, and you might want to wait for a candle away from that area just to see to make sure it is rejecting. So this was a good buy here, and you would have been targeting these highs from over here. So you had sort of not equal highs, but definite liquidity above those highs there. So you would have been with this trade targeting those highs. Whether you would have taken all of that, I don't know. I didn't get in the trade at all. Then you came up here. You'd taken out these highs. We got another order block formed just up here. Let's just highlight that. So again, you would have waited for price to come away from there. It did actually gap down. That's probably a weekend, I guess, and then came back into the order block, either here or here, and there's a fairly decent sell there. So I didn't get either of those trades. What I did see, and this is really what I look for, the market was playing around creating resistance here, and people were obviously selling off that resistance, and they would have come back here and they would have sold off that resistance, and again here, and then one massive green candle just took out all these stops along here. All these people that were in orders here, just took them out completely, and probably also activated some buy orders, so people now were not just getting stopped out on their sells, but maybe even sometimes the same people were getting activated on buys on a close above this resistance here, thinking it was going to come back and do a retest and take off up the chart. The market just drops away from there, leaves everybody stranded really. Now I obviously saw this happening, so at this point I'm like 80% sure that the market's going to go to the downside, but it didn't really accelerate away from the order block like I like to see. I like to see it loop away and come back in a very clear move. It didn't do that. You could have sold this on the order block and had a very small stop. That would have been fine. But normally this really just highlights that even if you miss the first move, you can generally get in somewhere close to that move, which you did here. It formed another order block just here, this green candle, nice engulfing bearish candle, and then price came away from that, came back, retested, and this is where I took the trade, just on the edge of the order block, and then I sold it with this bottom here in mind. Now, to be fair, I didn't take all of that. I ran out of time. But again, I closed half my trade after like 20 pips and let the rest ride. And I think I got out here on this pullback. So again, that was a good trade. I mean, there was 3 good trades there, but I only got one of them. You can't get them all. There's always another day. There's always another trade. It's never really a problem. This is happening on all time frames, on all charts, all day long, every day. Just a quick note here, I do generally, after a big fall like this, I do generally draw a channel, you normally get, after an impulsive drop like this, you will normally get price retracing in this manner, zigzagging back up here in a channel. Just what I find useful about drawing channels is, although this channel is perfectly acceptable, what I do is I actually switch from candles to a line chart. This gives me quite a good view of the closed price, because obviously the line chart is closed price, so you don't get, it doesn't take in the wicks, etc., that the price bars may create. So now if you pull this down here to close price, so it forms a high and then it forms a bottom, so you take your channel from those first two points there, and you draw your channel up like that using this channel tool. Let me just show you. So that's this one here, and you can just draw along that bottom there and then pull price up to that first high. Now you'll see here this highlights where price made it what I call an anomaly, try and say that word, as it pops out here and then back in. Now if you switch back to the candle chart, you can see here that formed, where it popped out of the channel there, the closed price channel, it did form a nice little order block. Okay, so that's that there. And you know, you could quite readily have traded this with a small stop loss as it came back to the order block, whether you took price here or took price at the 50% of the green candle. Either way, it's a very small drawdown, and then price continued to drop away from that order block. Now, whether it just goes down to the bottom of the channel or carries on down or retraces, you know, if you trade the way I do, by taking money off the table and moving your stop to break even on the other half of the trade, you would still make money out of this trade. Anyway, hope that's helpful. Like I say, you can't get every trade. There was 3 very good trades on here, but just got one, but very profitable, so no complaints.